Good morning. Welcome to my channel. White. We are your them. We are your they. Whatever my channel's named. Okay, I noticed that a lot of people that are middle-aged are giving their advice on here, as I have been doing. And my latest advice is prepare yourself for where you are right now. I think they've gotten all their bigwig bad guys. They're already in. They've already been in, scoping everything out, seeing how the land lays, seeing what the people are like. And now, since all these people are going down to the border, which I think is good, I just worry that everybody is focused on the border, which is good. That needs to be stopped. But I feel like this would be a perfect time for them to attack the electrical grid, the water, whatever they need to do. I see how well and how long they waited and planned for Israel. Not saying it's the same people, just saying it's the same mentality. They want to take over. And, I'm wondering if they realize, which I think that they did, because I think this is some long-term goal, communist. I looked up the Communist Manifesto, and I was going to buy it on Amazon, but it said it wasn't available. So I did see an online version that I'm going to kind of go over. And there's another video that I watched from back in the, 50s, 60s, talking about communism, and that just kind of clicked my brain, I guess, in a new way. That, I know the communism is taking over. I don't know, it clicked me into how socialism leads to communism, and I do believe that we've been led in a socialistic way. And I think that a lot of social programs are good, but I feel like the way it's been bad is that socialism has opened the door for DEI, where everybody's equal. It's just overtaking the minds of the young from schooling on up. And I can tell from when I was in school, I went to school in the 70s and the 80s. Everything was all about being accepting of gay people, because AIDS was the big thing when I come of age. And yes, the gay men did get a bad rap, but you have to remember at the time, nobody knew where this disease was coming from. Nobody's ever still to this day found where it's coming from. Fauci was big in that, and then Fauci was big in COVID. And I think now that COVID was a way to get rid of all the, the powers that be, doctors, police, firemen, teachers that would not get the remedy for the C and get the V. All the people that would speak up, they said, I'm going to retire early, or they just quit, because they knew they spoke up then and they lost their jobs, so they're not even there to speak up. So they got rid of them. So now all we have running, the schools, the people that haven't spoke up yet, which I noticed in Wilsonville, Oregon, a tennis coach, he's been doing that for like 25 years, 30 years, he said. Well, they started having a boy in the girls' locker room, and he said, and playing tennis tournaments, and he said, nope. So he retired. So my generation and up is of the age where they can retire. They can say, I don't want to deal with this bullshit. I've done lived all these years. I want to relax and enjoy my life, and I can understand that. But I think it's put our whole country in peril. I see all of the red states going down to the border to help, help down there. Thank God something needs done. But I wish somebody in an official capacity would speak up in all of our states and let us know, that our places are still protected. I live near a town that's not very big, and they just had a drive-by shoot-up last night. We've had a few, and I don't know if they were gang-related. But anyways, this one was a new one, and it could very well be gang-related. you know, all of these guys, like that one guy we all saw, you will know who I am soon. Well, we know who you are, and we know you're bad, and those are the people. They're already here. You don't think they got each other's phone number? See how well coordinated this was? I watched another video. I think I'm going to put this video up on a playlist with a couple of specific videos that I think that you should watch. Anyways, when you see how well coordinated all these programs are, American Red Cross, UNICEF, they have one global migration place. I'll put the video up. In any case, by the way, I will never donate to Red Cross again. You have betrayed America. And you know, at some point, if somebody wants to know who I am and if I have donated from the Red Cross, call me up or leave me a message. I have donated to the Red Cross. We have been betrayed. You are now a traitor. And UNICEF and a lot of the other places you're going to see in that video on my playlist. Go watch them. And one more thing that's kind of out in left field. There's this girl down in Venice. Her name's Daisy the Venice Healer. I seen her on the German in Venice channel. And I've been researching a lot about MK Ultra, Project Monarch. And I'm going to make some more videos on that. But right now I just want to get this out there now because it just feels like everything is connected. Everything. We watched the MK Ultra movie last night. Oh my God, I want to do a review of that too. In any case, please be careful in your own states. I think that sheriffs need to get... okay, so I don't think that these people are going to be able to be deported until Trump is back as president. And we all want him as president now. I think at that point, sheriffs are going to have to, in every state or county, deputize the people. How are all these people going to be deported? How is that going to go down that they're not going to put their foot down and say, we ain't going? You know, what if it's a die on this hill for them, which it very well might be? Then we got a real battle on our hands. I think it's criminal. I think it's criminal that the government has put us in this position. Started from the CIA, President Ford, Robert C. Byrd, Senator Robert C. Byrd, all these people put this stuff into action. They did. Anyways, I hope my message came through, my basic message. Sorry, I'm all over. I just, every time I turn on the YouTube and watch one of my YouTubers, I'm just horrified in a new way. But at this point, I think it's, get some stuff to stay at home in case these people attack the electrical grid in your town or your water. Who knows? They could blow up a freeway so food can't get through. There's just so many things that could happen. And your best bet, buy canned foods. Buy canned foods. They're cheap. You can get a lot. They last forever. And that will get you by. Canned milk, canned meats. You can get canned potatoes, vegetables, fruits. As much as you can. Then buy some flour and some rice and some yeast and some salt. You know, just very, very basics that can get you through a few days. And I am going to print up my recipes for, like, I really like these breadsticks. They're called Melanie's Magic 1 Hour Breadsticks. I'm going to print out some of my recipes because they could take the internet out. There's lots of little things that they can do to make life suck. And, you know, you're just going to have to be prepared at home. And then if something goes down, you're just going to have to unite with your neighbors and see what you can do. As American people, we're going back to the Wild West days, you know, circle the horses, you know, forts. They had a fort. They had a fort in town. Everybody would go into the fort while they battled off the enemy. Oh God, I hope we're not going to that point, but if we are, then we are. Just the lay of the road, the lay of the land. The direction our forefathers have unintentionally led us in, like I say myself, back in the 80s. We didn't know. So people were scared of gay people. I was still too young to really even, really kind of get what it was all about. The first time I ever seen two gay men kiss was at OHSU in the early 80s. There was I was on, there's this there's this walkway over the road, and it's like a hallway, and it's got big windows, and there's a big place where you can sit in these windows. It's a big cubicle like window, and I was sitting in there smoking a cigarette. Back then you could smoke there and in the hospital. And right to my I don't know how this is going to look on here, but it was to my right in the staircase. I seen two guys stop there and kiss, and I thought, wow, oh my God, they're doing that in public. I don't know, just different things from, my personal life that I remember that, I think that's when it really got started. That would have been like probably the, mid 80s, early mid 80s. And it was, they still didn't know what AIDS was caused from at that point. I don't think. I can't remember. Well, they still don't know, but anyways, they got medicines to make it better. But back then, I think they were saying they just knew it was, they didn't even know it was through the blood. We didn't know for a long time if it could come through the spit, too. And COVID reminds me a lot of that in the beginning, that, nobody knew for sure. And I think they knew all along. I think they made all this stuff in a lab. This is how they push stuff along that they want to get going. Because AIDS really pushed everybody to accept homosexuality. Like I say, I was young, just, coming of age. And I really don't know before then, but from what I hear, it was, people knew it was there, but it wasn't accepted like out in the streets. So that AIDS really got homosexually accepted. And then now we're transgendering children. And I think when people look back, they're going to look back the same history that I looked back, and they're going to say it started with the gays. But it really didn't start with the gays. It started before then. World War II, Nazi Germany, MK Ultra, Project Monarch, all of that. That's led us to the place we are here right now. That's what I believe. And I don't know if I'm right, but I'm leaving this for my future posterity of how right was I? It's January 28th, 2024. All right, everyone, stay aware, buy some canned foods, and I guess if things go down like in the stand, I guess we'll all be meeting at in Vegas, and then we go to Mama Moses's house. She's on her porch in the rocking chair. I can't remember where she's at, though. I might have to read The Stand again. All right. Take care. Bye.